Hello, good afternoon. This is David Stutter talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of January 17 through January 21st, 2022. I gotta make sure I say that right? I forget what year I'm in. So, anyhow, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna look at all the major Forex currency pairs, okay, just like we always do, and I'm gonna use a 30-minute time frame, all right, and I do that only so we can see what happened this past week, all right, and then I will try to compare that to the higher time frame, the 1 hour, 4 hour chart, but also I will zoom in and zoom out so we can see some trends that are developing, right? So to start with, the US dollar definitely sucked. Okay, it definitely dropped this past week, and as you can see right here on the chart, I have pulled up Euro USD. Okay, now you see this Euro USD gained this past week, right? Okay, that's good. If the euro gains, the US dollar drops. Okay, that's simply how it works. One goes up, the other one goes down. So we see this one here going up, so that means the US dollar dropped, and I'm going to show you that here in a few minutes, right? Now the question is, what's going to happen this coming week with the Euro USD? With the Euro USD, we see right here we're already at a strong resistance. It's already going down, so I think it's going to continue to go down at least for the first half of the week. Wednesdays are a good day for reversals in the market. I've been studying this market for a long time, and it seems like Wednesday to Thursday is a good day for reversals. Okay, and that's what I think is going to happen this week. I think it's going to drop the first half of the week, and then by Wednesday going into Thursday, we're going to see it pick back up again. Why do I say that? Well, if we go, let's go to the 1 hour chart, and we get a little bit bigger picture. Yeah, but if we zoom out a little bit, look at this. Okay, now it's been riding sideways for quite some time, and we had a strong level of resistance right here. Okay, and it broke that. So whenever you break a resistance, that means it's probably going to keep going up. Okay, so I think it's going to drop back down somewhere in this level. Okay, it can drop down below that resistance, but more than likely it will, it's going to keep going up. All right, it's going to go up long term. If we go out to the 4 hour chart, look at this, get an even bigger picture of what's going on. Okay, now we see here, this is going back all the way. This is basically from when you're beginning of the chart right here says February 2nd, 2021, right? Wow. So we can look at the past year basically of what the market has been doing. This has been steadily dropping, right? But we hit a strong level of support, and you can see now that it's starting to go back up. If this continues its trajectory going up, that means the US dollar is going to steadily decline. Interesting. Okay, now a few months ago I was saying that the US dollar would be going up long term, but that was all dependent upon if the US government could pass a fourth stimulus check or not. And so far the US dollar has not been doing that, and now with this coronavirus pandemic, okay, we're having new variants. I can't even keep track of all these variants. Well, going all these COVID. Now we got Omicron, but we got another one, Deltacron or something. First we had Delta, then Omicron, now Deltacron. Like, what the heck? So to me, it's just a lot of fake news, and I can't believe all this stuff. But it doesn't really matter what I think. It matters what the market thinks. Okay, and all these COVID variants puts a lot of tension, especially in the stock market. Okay, and I don't know, I've watched some YouTube videos. There's a lot of speculation that the US dollar is going to crash, the housing market is going to crash, and there's going to be a huge global reset. Who knows? Okay, it's all speculation, we don't know, but I do feel that the US dollar will be definitely going down here in the coming months, because there's this past non-farm payroll. Okay, non-farm payroll is the monthly jobs report, and then the last non-farm payroll report, okay, the unemployment rate dropped, which is good, but the number of new jobs added into the marketplace was significantly less than what was expected, okay, which is bad, okay. So, and I've been watching some other videos and articles on the internet saying that there are even more and more people out of work right now due to this coronavirus, okay. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the U.S. government is going to pass more stimulus, if they're going to bring back more unemployment for the pandemic. I really don't know, but I have a feeling they're going to have to do something, especially the Democrats, if they want to remain around any longer. There's going to be some major stuff going on with the U.S. government. They're going to have to pass more stimulus. I feel that, but I don't know. They've been talking about this for probably 6 months or more, that they're going to be passing something, right? But we haven't seen nothing. So anyhow, this right here, like I said, broke resistance. I think it's going to continue up. So for this week, I think the price, like I already said, is going to drop down and then spike back up around the middle of the week. So do take a look out for that. Moving on to Australian dollar versus US dollar, we basically see the same thing, slightly different, but we did see the Australian dollar, shoot up, hit a strong level of resistance, and come back down. So that's okay. So everything goes in cycles, ups and downs in the Forex market. Anything that goes up eventually is going to come back down. So, but this did get a chance to go up quite a bit because the US dollar has weakened, okay. And I think in the coming weeks, coming months, this right here will be going up, okay. It's already dropped quite a bit. I think soon it's going to come back up. I don't know, but it's got that funny feeling, okay. If we look here on the 4-hour chart, well, yeah, 1 hour chart, 4-hour chart, get a big picture of what's going on, right? And we see here it's been like slowly working its way up. Now hit the strong level of resistance, right? We had 3 blue arrows going up. Now we finally hit a red arrow, so it should be going down. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna go. If I go to the daily, this indicator doesn't show in the daily or weekly chart, but it had been going down for a long time. So what I feel is going to happen, this price is going to tank, and we're probably going to hit a resistance. If I draw a trend line like this going up, okay, and maybe you can take this for a grain of salt if you want, I don't care, but this is definitely a support going up. This is a uptrend right here, okay. This is your support going up. If this breaks, and remind me, this is on a 4-hour chart, if this breaks, we're going to see this continue to go down. I think what's going to happen is it's going to drop, hit this, and form a blue arrow. I don't know, okay. I'm not a fortune teller, but I do have a funny feeling that's going to happen, because if the US dollar continues to drop, this Australian dollar is going to go up, okay. So this drop is probably going to be, most likely going to be short term. All right. So if I go back to the 1-hour chart, we can see that we're almost there. So just like I said with the Euro USD, this one here will probably drop for the first half of the week and then go back up, okay. Now, will it form a blue arrow? I can't tell you, okay. I'm not a fortune teller, but I do feel very strongly that we're going to see like a range of market with a slight uptrend coming here in the coming weeks. All right, you're not going to see a huge gain with this. It's going to be like over the next couple months, okay, that this will be going up. You're going to see a lot of buy and sell opportunities, and keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. It doesn't matter with this indicator, whatever the trend is, whether you keep a 1 hour or 30-minute chart, it's going to show you, only going to show you the color arrows that go with the bigger trend, okay. So it's not going to show you, if you're in a downtrend, it's not going to show you any blue arrows, okay. So you have to wait until the trend officially changes before we see new color arrows, new blue arrows. So anyhow, right now it could hit this, not form a blue arrow, and go up and then come back down again and eventually form a blue arrow, okay. Maybe next week or two, I don't know. But that is what's going on right now. So it is very possible to have a flat range market and only one arrow show, which in this case the red arrow would be the dominant. So anyhow, do watch for this. Okay, you can watch for the colors changing here with the Heikin-Ashi candles, but do watch for this to come down and then go back up around the middle of the week. Okay, now moving on to GBP USD, we see something again very similar, slightly different, to be expected, right? But we know it's definitely gained this past week because, like I said, the US dollar dropped. And if we go to the 4-hour chart, we see that yes, this had a nice uptrend, right? Beautiful uptrend, and now we hit a strong level of resistance and it's starting to go down. How far will this go down? I don't know, but if we zoom out, look at this. Wow, this had a really healthy uphill, and there is a slight chance it could go up higher, but I don't think so, because this has not repainted and it's already dropped some now. So we are definitely going into, you know, a bearish trend. If I get draw a trend line, look at this. I'm gonna show you something real quick. I want all these points right here to match up. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that, but what's happening is we're dropping now. We're starting to go into a downtrend, but it has not broken that support line. Okay, so what will probably happen right now with this particular pair is it's going to touch, it might drop a little bit. If I go to 30-minute time frame and zoom in, or even 1 hour, let me zoom out a little bit. Right now we're almost at that line. Okay, so more than likely, and I'm not a magician here, but more than likely it's going to touch that trend line. We see right now we got a couple blue candles forming. So at the open of the market on Monday, we'll see this go up a little bit, but then it'll come back down, touch this trend line, and go back up again. Once it breaks this, it's going to keep dropping. Okay, and it's very possible it could hit this trend line, go back up, form another red arrow, and then shoot down again. So either way, we're looking for this to keep dropping. Okay, we're looking for this to break, and I feel very confident that it will this week. And once it breaks, it's going to retrace and come back up. Now remember, anytime you have a support, that is broken, it now becomes a resistance, and vice versa. Okay, if a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. But this right here, we're going down, touching this support, and then if it breaks, it'll become a resistance, and the price will break and come back up and touch the now resistance. Right, like I said, this is a support, it'll break and then come back up, retracement, touch the resistance, and then shoot back down again. So around probably the first half of the week, we should see this break. Okay, and around the middle of the week, we'll see it retrace back up and touch this now resistance. So just kind of give you an idea of what I expect to happen this coming week. Okay, and that goes for Euro USD and Australian dollar, right? So now if these are going to be dropping, what's the US dollar going to do? US dollar going to go up? Okay, well, let's go take a look real quick at the US dollar and see. Okay, now here we definitely see that this is US dollar versus the Swiss franc, USD CHF, and we see that it definitely tanked this past week. It dropped quite a bit. Okay, and it hit this strong level of support, and it's starting to slowly work its way up. Okay, it's slowly bouncing this way back up. If we go to the 4-hour chart, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Okay, get a little bit better picture of what's going on. So yes, looks like it's definitely working itself into an uptrend as we speak. So what's going to happen this week? Well, like I said with the other currency pairs, the previous, those are going to be dropping around the midweek. They bounce back up. This one, the first half of the week should go up, and around the midweek bounce back down. Okay, just the opposite. Okay, and we see right here, this, it's already going up. So I expect this to go up probably about halfway, somewhere in here, and then around the middle of the week bounce back down. Where is halfway? Well, there's a resistance right here. Okay, perfect. So that would be about where I think it would go to. Also, there is right here. Look right here. This price dropped right here and formed a support, and that support broke here. Whenever a support breaks, it forms a resistance. So somewhere in here is where the price is headed. Okay, again, I'm not a fortune teller. All that I can do is tell you what has happened in the past and what will most likely happen in the future. Okay, I don't want to tell you exactly what's going to happen, because then you might come back and try to choke me. I don't want that to happen. So I don't want you angry at me, okay, that I didn't actually predict this, whatever. So we don't know, but we do know that it's going up. Okay, and I feel very strongly, based on my experience and based on what I see day in and day out, that this is going to drop. Like I said, Wednesdays are good days for reversals, so we should see this price go up and then drop back down around the middle of the week. I don't think on the 4-hour chart anyways, but I don't, if you keep on 30-minute or even 1 hour, I don't think you're going to see a red arrow form. Okay, price will probably come up here, touch this, and drop back down, and then form another blue arrow. Okay, and it continues its way up. Where's it going to happen in the long term? Okay, in the next few weeks. Well, I think it will go back up to somewhere in this level. Okay, so but for this week only, it's going to come up somewhere right around here, this green line, drop back down, and then going into the next subsequent week, we should see it break the resistance and go up higher. So meaning that by the end of the month, the price should be much higher than where it is now. Okay, much higher than this green line, probably going up towards this red arrows here, where these two red arrows are. So overall, we're going to see, in the long term, we're going to see kind of like a flat range of market. All right, go, just pan across the screen. Just imagine you have this price going up, down like that. So this is the area where we are looking for the price to be headed, okay, for the next couple of weeks. Okay, next 2 to 3 weeks. And let's look at USD JPY. This one always has a little bit different pattern, right? So it's not too much different, but we definitely see the USD JPY tanked. Okay, definitely dropped quite a bit, and now it hit that strong support right here. It's just now starting to go up. So if we go to the 4-hour chart real quick, look at this. Okay, beautiful. So this was a nice drop right here, okay, and I've been waiting for that for quite some time, but now it's starting to go back up again. Interesting. So we should see the US dollar go up, and I don't know how high. Again, I don't think it's not going to go up that high. This particular pair, I think, is going to be going down. I don't know long term, because if you go to the weekly chart, I know you're not going to see any arrows here, but it has been going up for quite some time. Okay, so anything that goes up is going to come down long term. So yes, the US dollar is not doing good. Okay, like I already said, and this, I feel very strongly, will be going down long term. Okay, so in the short term, okay, this is a 1-hour chart. In the short term, we will see the price go up. Okay, probably for the next couple of weeks, we should see the price go up. In the long term, in the coming months, we'll probably see this price drop back down. I don't know, I'm not a fortune teller, but I don't foresee this going up a whole heck of a lot though. Okay, I don't foresee it going all the way back up to this red arrow here. Okay, probably somewhere right around here, a little bit lower. So what's going to happen this particular week is, again, the price is going to go up some this week. It's going to hit a level of resistance somewhere maybe like right here, or see this blue arrow here was a support and then broke and formed a resistance. So that is kind of where I think the price is headed this week. The price will go up in the first half of the week and then bounce back down around Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday going into Thursday, we see the price drop back down. Okay, that's almost a guarantee. And then in the subsequent weeks, going more towards the end of the month, we'll see the price break that resistance and head back up. Okay, moving on to the last pair here, finally, US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Again, we see the price definitely dropped quite a bit this past week, and now it's starting to go back up. So this one here kind of gives us a signal of what's going to happen with the previous two we just looked at, because this is already starting to form. If we look here, the price is going up, and now it looks like it hit a resistance. This is what I was telling you, you're not going to see a red arrow. You're only going to see blue arrows because you're in an uptrend. But you will see a lot of ups and downs. And right now, we hit this strong level of resistance. I say strong, but semi-strong, right? Because there's no red arrow. But it's starting to drop now. So we're probably going to drop a little bit at the opening of the week, probably Monday or Tuesday, and then go back up. This one's going to be a little bit different, I think. The other two I told you is going to go up the first half of the week and then drop around the middle. This one's going to start to drop. This one's like, think of this as advanced already. So we already got quite a big head start. So now we already had a lower resistance, and it's probably going to drop some Monday and Tuesday, and then by Wednesday it's going to pick back up again. It might even break this resistance and go higher. Okay, if we look at the 4-hour chart, look at this. Okay, get a bigger picture of what's going on. Okay, now the price has already been going up. We had one red candle here, so the price went up, retraced, and came back up again. And we're going to see the same thing happen again. We'll probably see the price retrace down some and then go back up even more. Okay, so by the end of the week, by Friday, the price should be up at this point. Okay, we saw the price dropped here, formed a support, and now that support broke and formed a resistance. So we have a resistance here right now where we're at, and then once that breaks, it'll form a support and then hit the next resistance, which is here. Okay, so be prepared. Be prepared for this US dollar, Canadian dollar to be going up this week. Okay, I would not be looking to sell. Basically, I'd be looking to buy. How high is it going to go? It's not going to go as high as this red arrow. No way, impossible. Okay, long term it's going to be dropping. Okay, now I know that I've said in previous video in the last 6 months that it's going to be going up long term, and really it should be going up a lot more than what it is doing now. But again, that this U.S. economy is not doing good right now, especially with all this new COVID cases happening and all these new variants. So we will see. Okay, all we can do is just say prayers that this will go up, but it's not looking good for the home team. Okay, I think in the coming weeks, probably the coming months, we're going to see this drop even more. But in the short term right now, for this week going into the next couple weeks, we will most likely see this go up. Okay, so anyhow, let me know your thoughts and comments about this. If you have any other currency pair that you want me to examine, please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. I'll put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first, right? And also put a link for my private Facebook group where you can request to join my Facebook group and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. Also, if you have not checked out my new magnificent trend indicator, I'll put a link in the description for that as well, and you can watch my short video that this explains about and talks about my video for that indicator as well. Okay, I'm not here to promote the video in this particular, I'm not here to promote the indicator in this video, but I do think you really might be interested if you have not checked it out. Okay, so anyhow, with that said, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Just please let me know how I can help you. If you have any questions about Forex, I don't care, this indicator or anything random, just contact me as long as it's about Forex. Okay, I don't want to hear about your pets and dogs. Right? That's not here. I'm not here for that. So anyhow, thank you so much and have a wonderful week. God bless you.